Hi, I'm Jeanette Connery from Creating a Sustainable You, home of Massage by Candy. And this is a video about ergonomics in your car. Most cars can feel like a torture chamber for your body, especially if you're in them for more than a few minutes at a time. But there's a lot you can do to help make that better. First of all, there's the lumbar support. Most car seats do not have lumbar support. If you're lucky enough to own a car that's on the higher end, you might have a lumbar support but still find that it's not enough. So you can use, oops, you can just edit that part out.
Yeah.
You can use lots of things to make a lumbar support for yourself. You can use a hand towel folded into a quarter and then fold it over again and put that under the deepest part of your lumbar curve. If that isn't working for you, you can use a bigger towel, or you might be able to find a pillow just the right size in your home. You can also buy lumbar supports. They're available in lots of places. I buy my stuff on Amazon because I can sit in my pajamas while I do my shopping. This is a lumbar support that I used in my car for a long time, and as you can see, it has a really high back. Some have the low back, which is good if you don't want the high back. Something I have to say about this is that when I was using it, I started to actually get some upper back pain, and I finally figured out it was because this part of the pad was pushing my chest up like this, and this is not what you want. You want to feel pinned down at the bottom of the rib cage. So keep that in mind. Unfortunately, there's going to be some trial and error. You're going to have to try some things, try different things. You might like something for a little while and then it stops working for you and you have to try something different. Stay patient with the process and just always have your mind's eye on the body, paying close attention to the sensations that are happening and getting creative to find tools to customize your environment to fit your needs. So we've talked about the lumbar and we've talked a little bit about the upper back. You always want to have the shoulder blades tucked in, okay? And then we come to the neck. Most car headrests will thrust your head forward like this, and that is not desirable either. So what I found was that you can remove the headrest and flip it around, and it doesn't come so far forward. Something that happened when I did that in my car is that now my head is too far back. So in addition to my lumbar support and the change in the headrest, I'm also using a pillow just right at the top of the shoulders and behind the head. This is something I already had in my house. It's a really understuffed pillow, very loose. And I spend some time when I'm getting ready to go on a long trip, adjusting it, readjusting it, finding just the right spot, because I know that it'll be worth it when you're in the car for 2 or 3 hours to have it just right. Okay? So, what was after that? Got the head. The hips. When you're in a car, you want to create as wide of an angle with your hips as possible. So some cars have an adjustment here that allows you to tilt the seat forward. You want to use that if you have it. You want to tilt your seat as far forward as possible so your knees are below hip level. Now, some cars don't have that, and in that case you could sit on a towel or a pillow. You could buy a wedge like this one, which is meant to lift your hips and meant for you to sit on. I sat on this for a while and I didn't like it. It made me feel too high up in the car and it didn't address the lumbar, and then when I added the lumbar on top it was too much. So when I got tired of my lumbar support, I decided to flip this around and see What does that feel like? And you know, it's been working pretty well for me so far. Get creative. Use the tools that you have. So anyway, you have your hips higher than knee level. You want your knees tracing straight out in front of you, and you want your toes tracing straight out in front of you. Try not to put your elbow on the center console and lean. You'll get a shoulder pain, okay? Now, on a long trip, what you want to do is use cruise control. I've heard people say that they don't like cruise control for various reasons, but it's going to save your hips and your back a lot of aching if you don't have to do the back and forth so much asymmetrically, okay? And if you have adaptive cruise control, that's even better. So when you're sitting in your car and you found your comfortable position, you want to also make sure that your seat is slightly reclined. When you're traveling through space at a high velocity, gravity is pushing on you not only down but also against your body. So reclining will take some of the pressure off of your neck. You want to grip the steering wheel underhanded. You want to be close enough that you can reach the steering wheel underhanded but still have the shoulders back, okay? None of this, right? So you found your comfortable position, you're using cruise control, and what next? Well, on a long trip, you need to take breaks. And when you're going somewhere far away, you really want to get there as soon as possible. But I really encourage you to take a break as often as possible. Your body will thank you. When you get to your destination, you'll feel much better. While you're driving down the road, you can also do a little bit of movement, okay? So you can, keeping your eyes on the road and staying safe, lean forward and back. You can arch the back and round the back just a little, okay? Whatever you can do in the car, you can roll your shoulders. You can bring your feet in, lift your butt to take the pressure off of your hips and your low back for a few minutes, a few seconds, however long you can hold it. You can move your hips side to side. You can do neck movements. Turn your head as far as you can, keeping the eyes on the road. Look up and down. Shoulder twists. So it's a little bit of a twist. You just point your shoulder forward. Okay? You can also get a pillow or a ball or a yoga block, put it between the knees, and squeeze for a little bit of pelvic floor integration as you're going down the road, right? And now we'll show you the safe way to get in and out of your vehicle. To exit your vehicle safely for your spine, you want to bring both knees out together, put your feet on the ground and get up. No twisting. Most of us are unaware that every time we get out of the car, we put one leg out and do this. What you're doing is you're twisting your spine at the lumbar and you're using your hips asymmetrically multiple times per day, and this puts stress on your body. So once again, you turn, plant the feet, and get out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if there's something in the passenger seat, like a heavy purse or bag or a package that you need to bring in with you, don't reach over and grab it and haul it out. Get out of the car, walk around to the other side, and get your package out of the car through the passenger door. It takes about 30 extra seconds, but it'll save you a lot of pain at the end of the day. To get into the car, same thing. You sit down, you keep your knees together, you come into the car, the spine always facing the same way the hips are facing. Twists are healthy for you, but only when you're using them as a part of a movement practice and you're paying very close attention to what you're doing with your body. Thanks for watching the video. If you found this helpful, please like and share. Visit our website, massagebycandychico.com, to book yourself a yoga class, a one-on-one session with me, Jeanette Connery, or a massage from one of our team that has been voted Best in Chico 2 years in a row.